Alright, this is maybe the first video. I don't know if it's going to be 2 videos, but the review for the Chapter 9 test. For question 1, they're asking us to find f plus g of a. I want to make sure that we understand that f and g are just the names of the function, and we can imagine this like f of a plus g of a. It's not like we're adding the functions together and then multiplying by a. So f is a squared minus a, and I'm adding the negative 2a minus 5. At this point, I can combine the like terms. Got minus a and negative 2a to be a squared minus 3a minus 5. In this next one, it's f times g. So we're looking at the product of these two. If it was n squared plus 1 times 3n, I'm going to distribute. If you feel more comfortable writing it like 3n times n squared plus 1, with the multiplication, the order is not going to change what the product is. But 3n times n squared is going to be 3n cubed, and 3n times 1 is going to be plus 3n. So this would be my final answer. Like the last one with adding, this is like f of n times g of n. Like we're multiplying with 2. When you see this, what looks like fog almost, this is f of g of n, which I'm going to write in different colors. F of g of n. Now, my input, instead of just being n, is going to be the function g of n. The function f takes n, squares it, multiplies it by negative 1, and then subtracts 1 afterwards. So f of g of n is going to be equal to negative g of n squared plus 3. Now g of n is equal to negative, and then this is going to be n plus 3 squared plus 3. So n plus 3 squared is going to be negative n squared plus 6n plus 9. And then I'm adding 3. Don't forget that if there's the negative outside here, we need to distribute it to both n squared, or 6n, and the 9. So this looks like negative n squared minus 6n minus 9, and then still plus the 3. Oh, I think I did not mean to write plus 3. Sorry guys, this should have been plus 1. Or sorry, minus 1 from the problem on here. So when it's minus 9, take away 1, we're going to get negative n squared minus 6n minus 10 for our final answer. And we would get a different answer if we were looking for g of f of n. Like the order in which we input the functions is going to change what this is equal to. For this next one, for number 4, if it's g divided by h, looking at the quotient here, then this will look like 2x plus 1, and then divided by 3x squared plus 1. They don't share a factor that I could write this as, and it's not going to help us out to split this up with like 2x divided by 3x squared plus 1, and 1 divided by 3x squared plus 1. Sometimes you might be able to simplify, but for this one, that's the final answer. Be careful for these next ones, like g minus h of x. We just got to watch out for the negative that we're subtracting. So 2x plus 4 minus, then this is going to be x cubed plus 5x. When we're taking this away, we want to change the sign of both x cubed and the 5x. So 2x plus 4 minus x cubed minus 5x. So I'd write this like the negative x cubed, if I was going to write it in standard form. 2x take away 5x is minus 3x. and I'm adding 4. So for all of these so far, I'm not inputting a value. I'm just trying to write the product, the quotient, like the operations as some expression for the function. In 6 and 7 and 8, I don't know if it was in 9 as well. These are different. At this point, I'm adding, or I'm inputting a value. So when they say g plus f of 5, this is like g of 5 plus f of 5. G of 5 is going to be 4 times 5 plus 1, and I'm adding 2 times 5 plus 3. So 20 plus 1 plus 10 plus 3. I think of this like the 21 plus 13 to get 34. In number 7, we're multiplying. So it's g of negative 2 times h of negative 2. Or negative 2 cubed minus 2 times, instead of n, the negative 2 squared. And I'm multiplying that by 2 times the negative 2. I'm going to put parentheses around this. Negative 2 cubed is negative 8. And I'm taking away negative 2 squared is going to be 4 times negative 2 is taking away 8. And multiplying this by a negative 4. Or negative 16 times a negative 4 to get a positive 64. For number 8, we've got 2n, g of n is equal to 2n plus 1. H of n is n cubed minus 3n. And we're looking for our g of 6 divided by h of 6. So 2 times 6 plus 1 divided by 6 cubed minus 3 times 6. Or 12 plus 1. 6 squared is 36. 6 cubed is going to be 216. Take away 18. So it'll be 13 over 198. All right, I'm going to stop the video here, or I'll do this last one, and I'll break it up for a second part. If I'm trying to find h of 5 minus g of 5, h of 5 is going to be equal to negative, and then it's raising 5 to the third and then multiplying it by a negative 1 is how I think about this. And I'm subtracting 3 times 5 plus 4. So it's a negative 125, take away 2. And then we're subtracting 15 plus 4, or a negative 127 minus 19. So we get a negative 146. All right, I'm going to stop the video here for the first part, and then we'll talk about the inverses in the second half.